Hey, here's Jules, the intern of PITCAM, and I am having an awesome guest here. It's Chris from Anti-Flag. I'm so honored. They really had an awesome show here in the Sage Club. And sorry, man, I'm giving you the mic now.
I love it.
Thank you so much for being here.
We're grateful to be here. The show was really cool. Berlin has a special place in our heart, so to have this be the first show of the tour and to have the record coming out in, oh my God, an hour and 50 minutes right here. So we're excited to be here. That's awesome.
So in this interview, we are not talking about the record.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. No, sure, we will mention it. No, so we're doing, one of the famous Behind the Inks from PITCAM. What is more interesting about this man than his ink, right?
I hope that I'm more interesting than my shitty tattoos, but we can all hope, you know.
No, great. And guys, sorry, I'm just the intern, so I'm not the most professional interviewer on the earth. So I will take some peeks on my phone, right? So don't judge me, right? Or judge me, I don't care, but never mind. So let's dive into it like with smooth, warm questions, right? To ease in. So what's your favorite tattoo?
Gosh, my favorite tattoo is probably this one here. It's a Franz Mazzariel piece tattooed by Mike Ski from True Hand Society in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, across the state. But it was done on a moving bus on a Warped Tour in 2004, maybe. And actually, it's got this scar in it because I went into the crowd and somebody scratched across my arm during the tour. And so, but I kept it. I didn't get it filled in because I thought it was a good memory. You know?
Yeah, history already, right? So, and your tattoos, do they have like most of the meanings, or do you do them for the looks?
Most of them were done, especially like all of my early tattoos were done by my friends who were learning how to tattoo. And they said, nice. Can I tattoo you? And I said, sure. And that's how I got a tattoo. So, not a ton of like super deep or emotional connection to them, but all of them are important, mostly because of the camaraderie or the friendship that went along with getting the tattoo, or coming up with the idea for the tattoo.
No, that's great. I mean, one of my best friends, he gave his leg to another friend as a gift, right? He can practice on this leg. Yeah, so this is really great.
Yeah, I have on my leg, I have an anti-flag tattoo that one of my friends did when they were first starting, and it's a tattoo that should have taken 40 minutes and it took 8 hours. So I donated my leg to someone as well, so I understand.
Yeah, great. And is there like one tattoo which is particular intense or really has a deep meaning for you?
That's a good question. This one probably is also done by Mike Ski. This is my old dog Penelope, who passed away. So she's always kind of there, you know. And then this one is my partner and I. When we moved out of our house that we had painted black, we got these black hearts for our house. That was our black house. So those are probably the two. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't really think about my tattoos that much. I really enjoy the Sam Cooke one. Doesn't mean anything other than I love Sam Cooke. Yeah.
Okay, great, man. You already answered like half of my question in talking, but no. I have some more. I mean, you already said that you asked your friends to tattoo you, right? But do you trust, for example, your bandmate Justin that much that he would like choose a tattoo or even do it on his own?
So I am the only anti-flag member that has tattoos. The rest of them are they'll get into heaven. They've got pure bodies. I have not been tattooed by anyone who has never tattooed before, but I have been tattooed by a lot of people who maybe I was their second tattoo. And then I have a funny story with this. For Blood and Empire, we did the 10-year anniversary of that album. We did a tour in Australia, and my friend Dane Tuddy did this, and in return, he let me tattoo him the same thing, and it is so bad. And I realized then how hard it is to tattoo well. Like, it was just, it's 4 letters and an X, and it's like so shaky. Yeah, it looks like I was writing with my left hand. Yeah, it's really bad.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you because I never saw you in shorts, and I never saw a picture of you in shorts.
Yeah.
If you have tattoos on your leg,
Yeah.
you already answered that.
I do. My pants are too tight for me to show you.
Do you wear them at night as well?
I often sleep in pants. But I don't wear shorts. I never liked shorts. Perhaps it's an East Coast thing, like the East Coast punk scene. Like that's how I grew up. The Ramones, like the leather jacket and the all black makes a bit more sense when you come from a cold place. So I just kind of live like that all the time. Yeah.
Nice. Now we dive into the more deeper one, I guess,
Cool.
and more like about your records and stuff.
yeah, cool.
So I would say we started right with the album, which is coming out any second.
Yeah.
Lies they tell our children.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, I'm fired. I'm stumbling here. I'm fired already. No, just kidding. And is there anything in this new album you would love to have on your skin?
That's actually really cool that you say that, because it's become a tradition as we transition albums now to get a logo from the record tattooed on us and the crew. So we have the obviously the For Blood and Empire. We all got that. We have the American Fall Downward Star. We have the XX from 2020 Vision. And from the new album artwork, there are a few things that I think are really kind of cool and be crazy to get tattooed. I think I'd get a song title tattooed. We have a song titled Laugh, Cry, Smile, Die. And that has just become our mantra as a band, because the world is hard and there's not much you can do at this point but laugh about it, cry about it, smile about it, and then we'll all die. so yeah, we'd probably get that lyric tattooed on us at the end of this record for sure.
Nice, awesome. And I heard you have certain artists also featuring on your new album, right?
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you think of, would you rather have a face of Campino on your body or Till Lindemann?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I love Campino, so I don't see a reason why I wouldn't get. But am I allowed to characterize him, or do I have to get like a portrait? Like that's
Portrait.
Yeah.
No, sure.
Probably right here on my chest.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just so he's always close.
Is the chest already taken, or?
No, the chest is not taken, and I've actually been I shouldn't say my favorite, because some of my really good friends are great tattoo artists, but the tattoo artist that I really am inspired by and I believe is like tremendously innovative, his name is Lionel, and he's in France, and he did one of my legs at a festival in France, and I've been saving my chest for Lionel because he just does these really beautiful, they're often like three-dimensional and just really like intense black work, but really kind of fragile and beautiful. So this area is saved for whenever I can, I don't know, have enough money to go to live in France for a week and get tattooed by Lionel. But yeah, that's my goal. Yeah.
Nice. And let's stay a bit off the topic tattoo, but stay with the artists you're working with. How do you decide like who is going to be a feature on your tracks?
Yeah, that's a good question. So for us, when we went into making this album, we had a few plans set. Like we initially wrote a very long list of issues and ideas and topics that were kind of plaguing our global societies in the present. And what we're trying to do is go back in time and figure out how we got into the mess that we're in. And so through that, we had this list of ideas, and we knew that was going to be the concept of the album. We knew that was going to be the songs. And as we kind of wrote music to each of those ideas, we found that we were really influenced by the people that we've toured with, the friends that we've made on the road. And so instead of kind of like there's an insecurity that happens when you create a piece of art that is like really reminiscent or really influenced by someone else. You start to feel like, oh, am I stealing? Am I like, is this shady or whatever? And so instead of like living in that gray space, we decided to just fully embrace it. So when we wrote a song like Fight of Our Lives, which you guys filmed at the show tonight, and we got to the bridge and we're like, man, this sounds like Rise Against. Fuck it, call Tim, get him to sing on it. Now it sounds even more like Rise Against, and it's on purpose, you know? Same thing with Campino. Like, when we wrote Victory or Death, we were like, I could see Totenhausen playing this in a stadium tomorrow. We'll call him up and see what he says. And thankfully he said yes. And that was kind of the case for all of the guests. There's one song in particular called Shallow Graves that has this friend of ours named Trey Burt. And Trey Burt does folk music. And that song's in 7/8, which is like a classic style timing to do folk music. And they're like, these things just keep happening. So we really embraced it. And that's why there's 8 additional people on the record, because we just thought it was a fun experiment to do. And when you've been a band for 30 years, you have to find new ways to make the records exciting and fun. And this was just an example of that.
So great. Do you have any other inspirations, or do you want to like embrace another style or another genre where you imagine where you already have an image of some artists featuring?
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, we've done a few things in the past where we've, you know, changed a song and given a verse to a hip hop artist or something outside of the genre that way. So there's nothing that's off the table. I found that, like, you know, even like country music, like real country music, it's so hard to write that, and I don't really know how to. So sometimes you do get that imposter syndrome when you try to do that. But our favorite band is The Clash, and the Clash were a band for a short period of time. They made like 5 albums in 6 years or something like that, and through that, when hip hop and rap music broke in America, they were in the UK and they went to New York City and they were like, we got to find out about this. And they just embraced what was new and what was happening. And because they're our greatest influence as a band, like, we try to pay homage to them and not be afraid and say like, okay, well, there's an audience of 200 people at the Sage Club who want Anti-Flag to sound like the punk rock band that they were in 1993. But we're not those people anymore. So we have to be true to ourselves and hope that they'll like it too. That part's out of our control. So the part that's in our control is being true to ourselves. So there's nothing that's, like I said, that's off the table. I think that we were really ambitious with the new album and 8 guests and 8 different songs. And so forgive me for not wanting to think too far in the future. I'm like exhausted by the present, you know? Yeah.
No worries. I mean, I'm super excited to hear it like in few hours.
Yeah.
And but let's dive back into tattoo questions.
Yeah.
So I had the thought, like, when we would be in a science fiction world, whatever, in the future, where we could erase all our tattoos and just redo them daily, right? To have a like everyday different style. Is there a particular tattoo style you would really like to try out?
That's a wild question. I mean, like we're living in the Jetsons era, and they can erase our tattoos. I think that I would stay on a similar path. Yeah. You know, I for me, especially now that I'm running out of space, the tattoos that I'm getting are usually like small, and they're like an hour zap session with a friend on tour. They come backstage and they do it, or they do it on the bus, or they do it. We run to their shop for an hour before sound check. And those experiences, I mean, that's like, you're not in a more intimate setting than when you're getting the shit ripped out of your skin.
Yeah,
and
sure,
you know,
sure.
And so like, I really have these great friendships from, you know, just like a simple or short meeting with one person getting a tattoo for a few hours before a show. So like even if it's something stupid, you know, like we all on the last tour in Europe, we all got these silly, there was a song that we were all listening to, and we got these silly songs, lyrics tattooed on us. And, it, you know, it hurts for an hour or whatever. And now we're permanently scarred with some dumb inside joke that nobody gets. But I'll remember that shit forever. And I think that is the value of this. Like, I'm not a model. Nobody's coming to buy the record because of our looks. So I'm okay with using my body as an experiment for some friends and making some cool memories.
Oh, that's awesome, because I thought at this point you would give the club a credit and say, because you said at the concert the art here is amazing. So I was going there like,
I would like a mythical creature getting a blowjob tattooed on me. Yeah, that was like hanging behind me. I was like, this is a strange image, but fuck it, man. This is Berlin. You know, that's my prude. We cover up breasts in America, you know. So I got to get out of my American head for that. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, let's go back upstairs and ask someone. Maybe there is someone who.
Your eyes and point. Whatever one you land on, I'll get tattooed.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's do this. No, at this point, I just want to say, like, thank you so much, and it was super fun. I hope you had some fun as well.
Yeah, it was awesome. And if you ask me, they should turn you from intern to running the show. You know, you're doing a great job. So good for you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So guys, really check out the new album. I'm super excited as well. And yeah, thanks to you, man, for being here with me.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, y'all. Peace.